What the fuck did I just read? No, I'm serious. I'm 100% serious here. What the fuck did I just read? I was told that this was a review. This is not a review. This is anything but a review, honestly. Um, I was I was shown, and I'm going to link to this because this is one of those kind of things that you just need to see. I'm going to sound hyperbolic in this. I'm going to sound like I'm making shit up. No, 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 no. You need to see this because what I'm saying is 100% real. And even I can't believe it, and I read the damn thing. This was a review by Killscreen titled Design and Punish, a Review of Prison Architect. A review! A review where the author barely even talks about the game itself. It's like it's almost beautiful. And I know that I've said that certain things aren't reviews or certain things shouldn't be classified as reviews before. They at least tried to talk about the game at some parts. They at least tried to keep on topic before going off on these random tangents of whatever the fuck. This makes no pretense in that. It might come back to mentioning the game or how it relates to some sort of philosophical or moral thing, but otherwise, no, no, no. This is like a high school level philosophy paper. That's the only way I can compare it. I think some of the early warning signs were the first two paragraphs, which I would be amazed if most people made it past the first two paragraphs. The first one talks about the invention of the electric chair and just its first application. Now, I know that the opening paragraph is typically used as some sort of example or tone setter or things of that nature for reviews. Usually they mention the game or reference something in that they'll be coming back to with the game. And it's usually game related in general. This missed it on all parts. I don't get it. Why are you talking about the invention of the electric chair in a what you have called game review? But then it was the second paragraph that had me realizing where exactly this was going, and just that's where I had to stop for a second because I couldn't believe it. I could not believe that the author just said this. I'm going to quote it. Prison Architect is not shy about its distortions and oversights, necessary sacrifices on the thirsty altar of fun. Are you kidding me? Heaven forbid a game try to be fun. That's a bad thing. What the fuck is wrong with people? What the fuck is wrong with game reviewers anymore? I'm not I'm not being hyperbolic about this either. They just below that paragraph, they put in big bold letters that quotation again. Necessary sacrifices on the thirsty altar of fun. They want to emphasize that. A game being fun. Wow, that's so wrong. I'm honestly at a loss for words at how bad this is. Normally I can go on tangents and just long rants and discussions about how these kind of reviews are bad. This one is just so bad. I barely have anything to say about it. It I see what I mean. I forced myself to read this whole thing. There were parts in it where it was such a slog to get through it. This author, I would like to congratulate him on owning a thesaurus. No one speaks like this in normal conversation. I always advocate for bringing up quality and talking up to people rather than talking down to them. Moderation, man! I mean, good lord. You're not a college philosophy professor or anything like that. You're a game reviewer, and even that I question at this point. Like, there's got to be some happy medium between insulting and talking down to your audience and speaking as though you're giving a lecture on philosophy at a college campus. There really needs to be some sort of middle point in all that. I mean, Jesus. I would advise everyone to just, because I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna link to it. I would advise everyone to read it, or as much as they can of it, to see exactly what I mean, because this thing is just, whoo. And here's the part that some people will, particularly this reviewer, I'm sure, would miss as to why it's bad. I have no problem with you going into a long-winded philosophy article about Prison Architect itself. That's not a review. When you add a score onto a article where you barely even talk about the game in question, let alone any of the gameplay, the mechanics, the controls, etc., that is not a review, but you're treating it as a review. That is... There's so much wrong with that. How this is acceptable, I have absolutely no idea. Honestly, I don't. How this thing can pass itself off as a review, I don't know either. The guy who did this, I'm wondering if this is just to prove a point that they can do whatever the fuck they want and get away with it as far as reviews are concerned. Because this seems the boldest thing I've ever seen as far as claiming what a review is. Anyway, I know this has just been me kind of going in circles at this point. I honestly, like I said, I don't know what to say about this. This is just so... Wow. It's a math machine just trying to regain some semblance of sanity after reading this thing. Peace out.